with weapons. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, and it was a horror one. Chinga su madre. Woo, woo, woo. Puto miedo, ¿no que no? Ay. Woo. Welcome back to A Toda Madre. It's your boy Ron Les. I don't know how to start this. As the movies, I'm gonna do quick reviews, but not really reviewing it. Just me expressing the love I have for movies in the horror genre. Call me old fashioned or call me old. And I want to say call me old for the sole purpose or the sole being of that I'm not digging horror as much as I wanted to. At least my old style of horror. Like, yes, I'll dig a slasher here and there. Yes, I'll love the gore and all that, but I'm getting tired of that style now. Again, call me old fashioned, call me old style. But movies like Heretic, movies like Longlegs, they're really capturing my attention. I'm becoming more interested in them. Especially this year, I think I've seen five horror movies, which was Hard Eyes, which I thought it was a decent slasher. As a 28 years, you already saw me do a rant on it, how bad it was. That was my zombie flick. Right? I also saw Conjuring Part 4, Weapons, I Know What You Did Last Summer, and I think that's the ones I've watched this year when it comes to horror. And of course, I'm most likely will go see Phone Book 2. Is it Phone Book? Phone Book, I think is what it's called. I forgot. The one with Ethan Hawke and the kid. Yeah, I think it's called Phone Book 2. Like, I don't know. It's just like I said, call me old fashioned, but I really want to hear the story. I really want it to be fleshed out. So now that I go into horror movies, I'm like, yes, it's fun to get your jump scare. Yes, it's fun to how can I explain it? Like, it's not a bad thing, but it doesn't feel scary. It's more of a thrill. It's more of a creepy, terrifying. And then of course, then there's scary where you're like, "Fuck, I'm scared." Like, I'm scared. And none of these movies have done that for me this year. None of them. I thought Conjuring was gonna do it because I already reviewed the last two. The Smiley Face, I literally have its own movie review. And the same thing for 28 years. I literally have their own movie. For these ones, like I said, I always give you my late review, but I'm gonna do mini reviews. I Know What You Did Last Summer. It was a bad slasher. It's not even Final Destination. I believe I gave you your own review for that, and that one was done good. But you don't go for Final Destination for the horror. You go there for the gore. You go there for the deaths, right? So the same thing for I Know What You Did Last Summer. If you know what you are and you want to go for the who done it, either you're gonna have to give me good acting, and the kills can be fun, but the storyline has to be really good. The story itself, it has to be written good. But if you know that you're a cheesy ass movie, go for the cheesiness. Get some great kills. Get some, like, I don't know what I Know What You Did Last Summer did. It was bad. It was a bad movie. Yes, you brought Freddie Prinze Jr. back. Yes, you brought Jennifer Love Hewitt. You got all these new actors in there, and I want to say maybe one death was fine. Other than that, it was a terrible movie. It was a terrible movie. No way to sugarcoat it. I do like the puns that they would give it, but that's about it. And it not ones that I feel scared, not ones that the jump scares work at all. It was just a bad movie. And that's what I was saying. Like Terrifier. Terrifier, it's a bad movie. They know that it's just a gore fest, so they lay on it. They lay on the gore, and they give you a movie that where you're like, wow, chef's kiss when it comes to gore. Everything else sucks, and that's what it is because they know the audience they want. That's right. I know what you did last summer. I'm like, do you want to take it serious? The acting's not good, but you kind of want to act, but you're so cheesy. It was whack. It was whack. That's basically what I have to say. If I have to give it a score, it's probably going to be under 5 out of 10, or probably be on the worst movies of the year for sure, for sure. And I've seen I've seen quite a few. Okay, now the Conjuring, because I did see that one. I did not give you a review. Why? I do not know. I saw it on premiere night. This was the first time I see that movie. I see a horror movie with teenagers as an adult, as in like the audience was full of teenagers. The screams were loud. The jump scares were great. They did everything good. It's just that it wasn't scary. It was not scary at all. Like the jump scares worked, but you weren't scared. Like you weren't frightened. At least when part one came out, Conjuring one and Conjuring two, I did feel the fear. I did fear the scariness, and I liked it. I liked them a lot. Part three was not as great, and then you got all the spin-offs were not as great. Uh, but this one, they were aiming high, and I would say that yeah, it was creepy. Yes, I jumped in one of the jump scares. Like I said, having an audience with you jumping, it can be two things. It can be very annoying because teenagers are loud, or it can be fun because everyone's loud at the same time with you. So it allows you to breathe in. It allows you to get scared on the jump scares. It wasn't a bad movie. I can tell you that. Out of the five horror movies that I've seen, that was definitely one of my favorite ones. Six with Final Destination, one of my favorite ones. And they laid on it. They literally laid on it. The story kind of made sense. Everything was good, but they were going more towards the. It was going more towards the jump scare as opposed to getting you scared. And that's what I was saying. Like they're relying a lot of these horror movies now are relying too much on either gore or too much on jump scares. Nothing deep where you're like, oh, I'm so creeped out. Conjuring did that at times, but not to the 100%. I'm hoping Phone Book does that. I like part one. Hopefully, part two is better, and we'll see. Because now, gotta talk about one of my favorites of the year, Weapons. When I say my favorites of the year, I'm talking about my favorites of the year. Like, goodness gracious, it's creepy. There's jump scenes. Oh yes, there is. When you least expect it, and that's what's funny because you're expecting it, but you give up on the jump scare. You know, you give up on it. You're like, nah, it's not gonna happen, and then boom, it's there's some sequences where you're like, oy, oy, oy. I was watching it in my the living room. I was alone with my wife. You know, AC's on, so you're kind of cold, so everything's dark. It's 10 o'clock at night. The story was beautiful. It was well done. The acting was great. You believe it. And that's where I noticed something about me that I'm like, I'm becoming that old man. That I'm becoming that I want story, I want substance over gore and slasher and cheap acting and more gore. Because I had a great time with Heretic. I had a great time. I had a great time with Heretic. I had a great time with Long Legs. I had a great time with Weapons. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, and it was a horror one. Chinga su madre. Woo, woo, woo. Puto miedo, ¿no que no? Ay. Woo. Scary, because I'm talking horror. Pero, and I believe in that. Anyways, like I said, I'm becoming that old man, old dad style that, like, wow, wow. That I want that. I want that substance. I want to be creeped out for a good while. Well, being creeped out, I want those jump scares. I want to be what's going on. I want to be part of that detective part. And Weapons did its thing. Do I wish that other movies can be like that? I mean, you can lie in the creep factor. Nosferatu was both. Nosferatu was creep and was kind of scary with the filmmaking and all that. Weapons. I honestly thought it was the same director and writer as Longlegs because that's what it felt. I felt creeped out for that movie. I felt really creeped out. In this one, it lays on you. It lays on the heart element that you're like, what the fuck is going on? Y la verdad, no hacen like honestly, movies like that, ya casi no hay tantas. There's not a lot. And or they're barely becoming again popular, which I want it. I want it. I would love to see, even though he's not gonna do it, a Tarantino horror style movie. Why not? With his quirkiness and all that, with his great acting and his great directing, that'd be awesome. Guy Ritchie, why not? Like, honestly though, with weapons coming out like that, it's it is a a way that I'm gonna be looking towards for horror movies in that aspect and that element. I'm hoping Phone Book 2 is maybe done in that direction, but it looks like they're going the supernatural side. Uh, but weapons lied on the supernatural a little bit, but it was more of the substance. Like it was giving you substance for you to work with, and it knocked it out of the park. I want to say it might become for me the best horror movie of the year for sure. I don't know if it's in the top 10. It might be because I still have to go back and check all my movies and give them the ratings and all that. But as far as horror movies, if you do them that direction, I'm all in. If we're gonna go the I know what you did last summer, I'm gonna continue to skip them at theaters because it's becomes too predictable, becomes too stupid, and I don't know. I feel disappointed. But when you watch movies like Weapons, I'm hell yeah, give me more, give me more, give me more. You guys have a good night, good morning, and a good evening.